I only have 4% and I'm in the shade. Hello peeps! It is good to be back in Phoenix. Let me tell you, that was a crazy drive. This week for our bonus content, I have some... It's funny. This is a little inside peek. Look at this. This just happened. So before we left, one of my kids put a hole in this door, and because it was right before we left and I didn't have a chance to fix it, I ordered one of these because Amazon here comes same day, which is crazy, and we stuck it up here with command stickers to cover the hole. Good as new, shipshape. Recently have seen a few places where major movies took place, like movie set type places, Salem being the biggest one. But it got me thinking about other movie sites that we've been to, so I thought today we would just talk about 8 major movie sites that we have RV'd to that were totally worth it. Now there's more than just the 8 that we've seen, I am sure of it. In fact, I have a couple at the end that I'll share that I haven't been to yet, but would love to go to. And then I would love it if you could comment on this video or in our Facebook group other movie set type places that you've been while you're out there RVing and which ones that you loved. It's really fun to get on, to be watching a movie and then something comes on in the movie and you're like, I've been there, and the kids are like, oh, we've seen that, or we've been there. So that's really fun. Number 1 is The Goonies. This is a cult classic. I mean, I'm sure you all have heard of the Goonies. Astoria, Oregon is a really fun place to visit. They have, like, the whole town kind of has adopted this Goonies vibe. What? We arrived in Astoria on Goonies Day.
June 7th apparently is a thing in this town where people from all over that are fairly local and far away as we are come and visit the sites and go to these different companies. You can get buttons here.
I guess this makes me a super fan now. I geeked out so hardcore when we were in Astoria that we like drove up that way, and then John parked like the neighbor, like a street over, and I walked and just grabbed a really quick snapshot of it because I was like, oh, I'm here, I have to see it. But it's just a house. It's just a house, you guys. It's not that big a deal. The other thing though is that's really cool is you can see like the beach, the rock formations in Oregon on the coast there that are from the movie that are really famous. You can see that. You can go to the jail. They have a whole museum there. Different scenes from the movie. You can find them throughout the town. It's really fun. Next movie is Forrest Gump.
Hello. My name's Forrest Gump.
Scenes from Forrest Gump like all over the United States, and it's an RVer's dream because literally the whole thing where he's like running across the United States, where he decides he's gonna run across the United States, there's like really famous scenes, famous monuments and things all throughout that in the movie that you can actually go to, like Monument Valley, the Forrest Gump Hill. You can get that perfect shot of Monument Valley. That was really fun. There's a couple places in North Carolina on the Blue Ridge Parkway that you can also get like really famous shots that were in the movie. And then of course in Savannah, Georgia, they have the Forrest Gump bench that you can go sit on, where he talks about life being a box of chocolates, and that was really fun too. Okay, the next one is Kansas City Barbecue in San Diego, California, from the movie Top Gun.
Seen the movie Top Gun. It's so good. This is where it was filmed. How cool is that? And also, Kansas City, hello. And also, the Flight for Life patch. So like all the worlds combined here, and it was really good.
You broke my will? Oh, what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
All gone.
So we've done Goonies, Forrest Gump, Top Gun. Okay, and this is Doubtfire.
Hello! Ah!
Oh, I'm sorry to frighten you, dear. I must look like a yeti in this getup.
Mrs. Doubtfire was filmed in San Francisco, and you can drive by the house, the famous house from the movie Mrs. Doubtfire, and you can drive down that curvy, really steep road. Now I'm gonna forget the name of it, but it's a quintessential like San Francisco picture perfect street with these really high, really tall, narrow buildings, and the street, you can't take a trailer on it. It's really windy, but it's really fun because it looks like it's right out of the movie Mrs. Doubtfire. And also in San Francisco, TV set wise, you can go by the Full House, and that was really fun too. Recently, we went and saw in Mystic, Connecticut, you can go to Mystic Pizza, which of course is like the main setting of the movie Mystic Pizza, starring Julia Roberts. It was like her breakout film that she got really famous from and kicked off her career. And I have to be honest, I have never actually seen the movie. I kept wanting to go back and watch it, but I just still haven't seen it. But we have eaten in the restaurant and gotten pizza, a little slice of heaven as they call it down in Mystic, Connecticut, and that was really fun. Of course, we had Hocus Pocus, and let me tell you, Salem on Halloween is exactly how it seems in movies, specifically in Hocus Pocus.
Hello, Salem! My name's Winifred! I put a spell on you, and now you're gone!
We were not sure what to expect. We were blown away by how cinematic it felt. Like, we just kept saying, I feel like I'm in a movie. I feel like I'm in a movie. Everything was so perfect. There were so many people there, but it didn't feel overcrowded, and to me, because everyone was into it. There were locals walking around with pins that said, I'm a local, ask me anything. I did get to go see a few of the scenes from the movie. There was the Common, Salem Common. You can go to, lots of shots from the movie were taken there. And then the cemetery, Charter Street Cemetery that we went to, there were some scenes from there. And Allison's house, you can go see it. It's set up on Halloween exactly the way it looks in Hocus Pocus on purpose, which is super fun.
Let's go, jerk face.
Wow. Check out this house.
Rich people.
Oh, and another thing about the Hocus Pocus movie is in the very beginning, they show you this old town village. That is the Plymouth village that we went to when we were exploring Plymouth. So that was not actually filmed in Salem, it was filmed in Plymouth, and we got to see that too. We just didn't know it was in the movie until we went back and watched the movie again. We're in Boston, like, we just kept thinking of National Treasure. There were so many sites in Boston and in Philadelphia and in Washington, D.C. from the National Treasure series that we have gotten to see before, which is really fun. And when you go see those places, like, you're like, oh yeah, and you want to go back and watch the movie, and then you're watching the movie and you're like, oh, I've been there and there and there and there. And it just kind of like makes the movie come to life even more, knowing that you've been to those places. And it is the best feeling watching my kids watch the movies, those National Treasure movies, and be like, oh, we've been there, and like trying to piece together what they've learned in history and the places they've seen and like the story going on in the movie. It's really fun. I've lost count. I want to know what movie sites have you gone to visit on your travels across the country, either in your RV or on vacations with your family. Let's start a list. Let's make a list. I know there are lots more that we haven't done and haven't seen yet, and I would love to like put together some kind of list and like put it in a post form to share with everyone so they can, you know, like for the movie buffs out there. The ones that we haven't gone to that I think would be really fun is Tombstone. We have not been there, but we've been meaning to visit it, and we have peeps that live near there, and we would really love to go see you guys. Dragon Clan, I'm talking to you. Another one we didn't get to see but we were really close to is Forks, Washington, from the movie Twilight, or from the Twilight saga or the series. I've seen pictures and things from other people that have gotten to go there. It looks really fun. I think that would be a fun place to stop. We just didn't have time when we were in the area. That's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!